If you've ever ordered something after being advertised to on social media but never actually went to the company's website, hit that like button, comment below, guys. Welcome back to the BoxBuilder Breakdown. I'm the BoxBuilder, broadcasting live from Giver HQ. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first BoxBuilder Breakdown, what we do is we have products ordered online, shipped to us, and we unbox them as if we're the consumer, and we go over tips and tricks of what you can use for your packaging based on what we see in these boxes. Today we have Roots Beverage. As you may have gathered from the intro, I bought this after being targeted from a social media ad, and it turns out we're not sure the website because we couldn't find it. So I don't know, we're going to find out what these are about. They were advertised as a energy drink. I thought their branding was really cool. So in full disclosure, we have no affiliation from them, and it sounds like we may not even be able to contact them. But here we are. If they reach out to us, I'll explain later. But Roots Beverage. Here in the Box Breaker Breakdown, we have a criteria of things we cover every time. That includes the doorstep impression, what happens when this lands on your doorstep. First contact, a shake test, which will be interesting today, an unboxing score, pack fill, damage report of the product inside, a customization score, and the overall box builder breakdown score. We score these on a scale of 1 to 5 flutes, 1 being bad, 5 being the best. Let's jump in. First things first, the doorstep impression. So we have a brown box, no printing on it, and actually there's watt tape used, but that also has no printing on it. It's a stock box, which we'll get into here in a bit. So I don't know what this is, but you may be able to tell that it's something heavy in a box. So doorstep impression, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 flutes. First contact. So the box is normal box. It's a 32 ECT box. It is a stock box, 10 by 10 by 12. There's no branding whatsoever. In fact, the cert stamp is blank, so you can't even tell where the box came from. I mean, if I order, well, I did order this, except for the address on the shipping label, we would actually not know who sent this. So I'm going to give this 2 out of 5 flutes. Shake test. Hold on to your butts, folks. I feel like it's going to come through the side. Oh, wait, look. There might be a jack in the box coming out of the bottom there. Heavy product, doesn't seem like there's much internal packaging. Violent weight transfer, I'm going to give this 1 out of 5 flutes. Now for the fun part, the unboxing score. Brought to you by Bradford Knives. Super sharp, I'm not going to cut myself. Okay, the watt tape's almost blown out, so we almost had a desk party here. All right, cut through the watt tape. Oh, this is interesting. Man, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so you've got your beverage in a box. This explains why we were getting some bang around. All right. Once again, we find the CVS receipt. CVS receipt. Good alternative if it's used properly. Much better than bubble wrap. We'll talk about this in a bit, but for this instance, maybe there would have been a better option. A lot of color on this box. Oop, we got a blowout here. Lots to discuss. Lots to discuss. So yeah, I like the branding here. A lot of really good opportunity to brand. Unfortunately, there's no branding on any of the box. There's no internal print. There's no external print. There's no watt tape that's colored. So it doesn't seem very deliberate. I mean, the unboxing score is going to be a 2, I guess. Pack fill. Check. There was pack fill. Not great. I mean, for a box that's probably 2.5 times the volume of the actual product, 2 pieces of craft paper that are not bundled up at all, it's not really that great. Honestly, at that point, you probably would just get away with not using it. I would say good effort, but it wasn't. I mean, I'm not sure what the thought is there. Maybe not the brand's fault. It might be the 3PL's fault, but in any case, not great. I'm going to give that a 2 because there was something in there. It just didn't do great. Now, damage report here. Let's focus on the box for now. The box is a little bit banged up, and this is undoubtedly because of the ability for the product to transfer in the master pack. These were hand glued. If you can see there, it looks like a hot glue gun. Not uncommon for smaller brands to hand glue their packaging, but it's a dead bang giveaway when you can see, you know, it looks like you hand glued it. This is a little blown out. This flap's a little blown out here. It's probably best if we open this now so we can understand if there's any damage to the cans. I'm going to guess there are, because typically when you have cans on cans, yeah, you get dented shoulders. So I don't know if you can see that. First can in, we've got denting. This can's got some denting on it right there. Yeah, denting, top and bottom. Denting. Yeah, so, you know, that's a shock denting right there from being slammed. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like the side of the can is wrinkled. It's from it getting smashed like that. So, I guess, honestly, this is not the worst cans that I've seen in terms of shipping. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 flutes, actually, because it could have been a lot worse considering what these cans probably had to go through. Very cool branding. So now we're on the customization score. Interesting. First thing I noticed was this is a digitally printed box. What I find interesting is that they went with this style box that is typically a case erector die cut wrap, but they definitely hand glued it. So it tells me that they don't actually have a case erector to fill these boxes. Yeah, even this was hand glued. They used white inside too, which again is probably wasted money. But yeah, this is definitely a hand glued box. It looks like they probably hand glued these to fill them and then hand glued these to close them. A couple things I'm noticing here. The glue they used, or the speed that they used to close these boxes was pretty slow, because you can tell the glue is standing up pretty high, meaning it was not as melty as it could be. That's a technical term when these were closed. But on the bottom, you can see that they probably glued it and smashed it together because the glue here is deformed and it looks smashed. You can also tell a lot by fiber tear. So these are I think these are the opposing panels for when these are glued. Yeah, let's look here. Okay, so yeah. Fiber tear is a good way to determine how efficient and how well a box is glued. Gluing onto digital print is tricky. You have to use specialty high-tech inks because most of the time these inks are going to be harder for the glue to bite into. As you can see here, you see this glue, there's no fiber on this side. If we tear this glue off, I'm going to guess it's going to rip the fiber. Yeah, so the glue bit into the actual raw paper, but it did not bite into the opposing side on the digital print. It's something that you have to pay attention to if you're gluing digitally printed boxes. 3M makes a very good high-tack, high-temperature ink, or excuse me, glue that does a really good job on binding and biting into digital printed ink. So whoever did your boxes, Roots, talk to them about a recommended hot glue. You could just get normal hot glue sticks. Even off of Amazon, they sell this 3M glue because it'll bite in a little bit better and you'll get a better closure. Because you even see right here, at very little bite, despite having all of this glue. I mean, it's like half a glue stick, and yet there's very little bite here. So they're lucky this box just didn't blow up in transit. This is very likely digital print off of a multi-pass press. Multi-pass digital has a very distinct look. It's almost a matte look, and you get that because the multi-pass presses lay down ink on top of ink more than a single pass press does that lays ink almost cascading beyond itself. So I don't know if this is going to come through on the camera, but it's a little bit flatter looking than maybe some of our other boxes that like this one. It's going to have a lot more shine to it. You guys can probably see that compared to a similar ink coverage on this box. It's not quite as shiny. Well, it doesn't pick up very well on camera. But digitally printed on multi-pass presses is not only more expensive, it doesn't give you as much shine, but it is good for smaller runs because you can get a lot more out on a sheet. I like the branding here. It's fantastic. I don't understand why they went with this style box when they could have gone with probably a more efficient style that protected the cans more. But like I said, I don't know this brand, so I didn't get to talk to them about why they made the choices they did. So we might never know. All right, overall customization score. I like the box. I like that they use digital print. I don't know if they have a bunch of print versions to really leverage digital print the way they could have. One other thing you can notice too is multi-pass inks have almost a little bit of tack to the hand to a greater extent than single-pass digital. It's tough to really translate that on camera, but it's there. Trust me on that one. I'm the box builder after all. Trust me. So I'm going to give that a customization-wise, it's probably a 4, honestly, because it's a custom die cut. It's custom printed. Yeah, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 flutes. Okay, overall box builder. I almost said it. Ooh, that one's a trap. Overall box builder breakdown score. You almost had to dub that one. I'm going to give this a 2. A lot of money went into the inside packaging of this. A lot of money went into putting these cans in and making them pretty. This is a sleeve, so these aren't cheap. And then no thought went into packing them into the box and protecting the cans and honestly protecting what I'm guessing is probably the single most expensive component of all of these is this box right here. Yeah, so if anybody knows Roots, I'm happy to give them some advice. I've given them some advice here, but I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. This has been the Box Builder Breakdown coming to you live from Giver HQ. I'm the Box Builder. Down in the comments, tell us what brands we should unbox. If we pick your brand, just tag them like at Apple or at Budweiser, just to name 2. Tag them in the comments below. We'll bring them in-house, and if we pick your brand, we will send you that product as a thank you for recommending that brand, assuming that it's not like, I'm not going to send you an iMac, just so we're clear. Yeah, so be nice to each other. This has been the Box Builder Breakdown. Thanks so much.